Hi guys, this is Chichi of Make It with Chichi. Today we're going to be making cabbage moinmoin. We're obviously going to be needing some cabbage, chicken fillet, sweet red peppers, onions, spring onions and chili, crayfish, salt, seasoning, boiled eggs and some raw eggs. Now we are putting the cabbage into the blender. Just roughly cut your cabbage, nothing special. We're going to blend this cabbage till it's very smooth and as smooth as you can possibly get it. Make sure you put enough water. I'm adding quite a lot of water because I just don't want any excuse for my blender not to move. My blender is quite an old one, so this is me now blending this, so very smooth. And there you go. Now I'm going to sieve my cabbage with a sieve. I'm not using a cloth because I kind of want it a bit moist. I don't want to lose I don't want it to be totally dry. So I'm going to just shake it, get as much water as I can with this sieve as possible. Because with doing cabbage mama, you don't want to add a lot. You don't want to add any water. You have to try and avoid water because cabbage itself will not soak up the water, as opposed to beans. When we do mama, beans will soak up the water you put in there, but cabbage will not do that. So you don't want to put any water in there. You're going to put that aside, your sieved cabbage. Now I'm cutting up some sweet peppers and some chili pepper and some onions. What I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be pounding this in my little mortar. You can blend this. You can put your cabbage back into your blender and blend all this together if you so desire. But I prefer to see this. I don't know why. I just like seeing it. I like tasting it individually. I don't want to blend it. When I make momo with beans, well, which I haven't made in a very long time now, I actually like to cut my onions into two and blend half with the beans and chop half. But obviously we're trying to cut down on carbs, so I'm not using so much onions. I'm only using quarter of a small onion, and so I want to see that. I'm also going to be cutting my spring onions, and my spring onions I'm not blending and I'm not crushing that. I'm putting that aside. So I'm just going to keep on pounding this and pounding it till it actually shrinks to half its size. So, and then it's going to also help to add some water to the mixture without me actually adding the water. So you just have to keep on going on with this and going on. My mortar is quite small, I know. I don't know where my big mortar is, but this is what I could get hold of. Obviously, if I had a big one from home, it would be amazing. It would just be really quick to do. And we'll just keep on going at that if you're going with my way. I put my chicken fillet in here. As you can see, it's quite pink. What happened was I tried to blend all this in my blender and my blender said no way. So I obviously had to get out my trusty hand blender, hand blender queen that I am. And she was whizzing and she was just doing an amazing job. I was just thinking to myself, why did I even bother with the blender in the first place? She's quite an old blender, so your blender might go for the ligaments. It's actually the ligaments, the tendons, on the chicken that was stopping the blade from moving. So if your blender is a powerhouse, go for it, but mine is not. So now I've added my spring onions in here, and now I'm adding my palm oil, which has congealed because it was quite cold. It was quite a cold day. I've added my crayfish, and now look at my red pepper and my chili pepper is all nicely mashed. I'm adding some salt. I'm adding some seasoning. Whatever seasoning you use, you can add that here. If you don't want to use it, that's fine, but I like my seasoning. And there I'm going to mix this up very well. Now I'm going to break in 2 eggs in here. We're using eggs as our binder here. Some people want to go with psyllium husk. That's fine. You can actually add psyllium husk as a backup if you feel like the egg won't do it for you, but this was fine for me. I'm switching over to the whisk because the reason why I didn't do my egg, whisk my egg before putting the mixture, because I knew I was going to whisk it. But if you want to whisk your egg first, that's fine, that's great, but I did not. So I'm going to whisk this and clean this, all my sides where I get everything all in there. And then we're going to dish this into dishes. What I'm using mini bread tins because I'm going to cook this in my steamer. My 10-year-old steamer that has never been out of the box is going to work today. Yes, so I'm putting this in mini bread tins because I don't want to use plastic, because obviously we all know about the health risks of cooking in plastic. So I've gone with the tins, and now I'm putting my smoked mackerel fish and my boiled eggs. And this is going to be serious orishi, because you know what, I boiled 4 eggs. I should have just boiled 2, but yeah, I just don't like eating cold eggs, so I put everything in here. And my tins are a little bit full. The good thing, like I said, with cabbage moinmoin is that it doesn't really swell like beans. So if it was beans, this would have overflowed, but it didn't. I'm going to be covering this with foil sheets, and that's exactly like I'll just put the foil sheet over and just hug it. You know, I feel like this is a safe option of steaming. Ceramic pots will have also been amazing, like the ramekins or the souffle dishes, but this is what I have, and I actually really love this mini bread tins. I'm putting this into my steamer, and I'm going to be cooking it for about 40 minutes. I know some people cook less, but my steamer, I found that 40 minutes really worked well for me, and nothing less. You know, the middle wasn't really there, so 40 minutes was fantastic. Turn it over on the plate, and look at that beauty. She's so gorgeous. Oh yeah, I'm gonna dig into this guy. I'm not even gonna wait, because I hadn't eaten at that point, so I'm gonna dig into this guy. If you want to watch me eat some more and sing, you can watch the outtakes, but this is it anyway. And this is your cabbage / chicken moinmoin. I only use 1 fillet of chicken and half a small cabbage, and that's it. It's fantastic. It's all done. Thank you very much for watching Make It With Chichi again. If you've liked this and enjoyed it, please subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. Give me a thumbs up and share this with all your friends and family, home and abroad. And I will see you next time for another amazing dish by Make It With Chichi. Thank you. Bye.
I got it running. Everybody come, even a gentleman. I'm about to be here. I'm in America, as I know road to talk. In the one that's in there, and when I come here, as I narrate the video. Chicken,